Thanks for joining us, guys. We're a little bit later than scheduled. Apologies for that, but thanks for bearing with us. Duke, so we got the small matter of a game tomorrow. It's been a while.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on at the minute. Man U. Is it Man U now?
They're 1-0 down last I looked. As I look now, they're still 1-0 down. Danny Welbeck, I believe, scored.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't really care, but all right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I'm gonna quickly touch on a couple of things that I think everyone's kind of in the process of trying to compute. Spurs drew. Chelsea lost.
Chelsea got smashed.
Liverpool won, but is what it is. Listen. As Fever said yesterday, and a couple of others said yesterday, including your brother mentioned it as well. It's us now, tomorrow. End of story. It's in our hands. Whatever goes on now is down to us. It's been putting out of that. It's a question of whether we pick this up and we run with it, or we throw this away. Fever said it. It's 9 cup finals. I don't, mate. Listen, I don't know what else to say. The ball's in our court. It's ours for the taking now. For regards to the next 7 days, I mean, I'm seeing bits in the chat before I've gone big screen, and for God's sake, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, I don't know if you've heard. I don't
know. Don't do it.
Heard.
I want to know.
You obviously haven't heard the rumor.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do it. What?
That's the rumor. That's the rumor. I've just been watching Irons United, and Stell he's admitted he hasn't had it confirmed. It's not a definite, and he's putting 2 and 2 together. However, his information is that there is an England international coming back with an injury. Now, it's either Jesse Lingard or it's Declan Rice, isn't it? I mean, we've only got 2 England internationals that went away, didn't we? Or have I missed something? So, if that information is correct, then it's either Declan Rice or it's Jesse Lingard, and Stell seems to believe that it is Declan Rice. We'll see. He's not, as I say, he's not saying it's definitely, but that's the rumor that Declan Rice.
There's nothing on the news of Googly. So listen, until I hear that. Until I hear that corroborated, Sky Sports, however you want to go about it, X on Twitter, then a different story. Listen, we've got the ability to cope to a degree as long as we don't try and go too defensive. Now, if Deck's out, I want to see Fornals go in there and do the dirty work, which we know he can do. If Deck is out, I still want to see 4-2-3-1. And I want to see Fornals at deep line midfielder. I don't want to. No disrespect. I don't want to see Noble in there. It's not the game for him tomorrow.
Well, that's exactly what Cathal put there. He believes that Fornals will be a better option than Noble. I agree. I don't mean any disrespect to Noble. I've got an awful lot of respect for Mark Noble, but I just think that, of late, he seems to have got an awful lot of stick when he's played, and I don't think a lot of the time he's deserved it, in fairness. He's been outmatched, he's been outrun, he's been outgunned, whatever.
Mate, he's 30s now, for God's sake. What I mean?
And if he's picked, he's going to go out there and he's going to do his best, but his best isn't good enough in the Premier League anymore.
Well, his best isn't from us anymore, is it? No, his best isn't us anymore, unfortunately. Now listen, Andy, behave yourself. I'll throw something out here if I could get there. James, completely agree.
Jazz is in. You all right, Jazz?
Good evening, Jazz. Listen, if it's true If it's true, I completely agree with what Fever put.
Yeah.
Fucking internationals. If he's out, what's the situation? Because he came through the game the other night fine. So what is it? Just a twinge? Is it what we talking about?
Well, he
Steve, slow down, son. That was my idea.
I don't think you trademarked it, in fairness. But no, he was limping during the game. I've seem to recollect, and I know he obviously got his Player of the Match award. Have you noticed that they call it the Player of the Match award? They don't call it the Man of the Match award. Has to be so politically correct. I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, he's a man, for God's sake. Why can't you call it the Man of the Match? You know,
cheers, Jazz.
Yeah, listen. Oh, he was on your third rum. You had a few more than that last night, didn't you? But that's another story. You got to keep tuned in for that. We did a recording yesterday of the season fun, review, and Jazz was our special guest, and he's brilliant. He's really, really good. He knows his stuff. And we was it 2 hours we was on it? Oh,
2 hours 19 minutes, if I remember. Yeah, so
it's a long one, but it's
settled down with a few drinks for that one because it was quite fun. Andy, stop winding me up. Stop it. I've had enough.
Well, listen, he can only report.
Thanks for joining us, guys. That's the end of the show. See you later on.
Yeah. Nah. Well, look. I did do this. I'm going to bring it up on full screen. So that is what I put together as the team that I thought we were going to put out. What?
What is wrong with you, you Ben Rama hater?
No. Hang on a minute.
Fever, tell him. Fever, get in the chat and have words.
No. This is what I believe that David Moyes will go with. I'm not saying it's what I would go with. There's a difference. That is what I believe David Moyes would go with. But this was obviously before we got the news that there's an injury doubt and it might be Declan Rice. So that's what I believed that he would go with, before that news broke. And I think that team probably, I think that's as strong as we could put out in theory. What are your thoughts?
I'll make one change to what you've got sitting there. Listen, you know what it is. There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I'd take Antonio out of the equation and I'd move Lingard a bit further forward and I'd put Ben Rama in there. That's what I'd do. Listen, we discussed it on Tuesday night last week, didn't we? As one of the few things we were talking about. If by the world's worst luck in the world that Chelsea lose, Tottenham draw, we're sitting in such a place that we can be. See, Fever don't like you.
I've said no. Listen, I'm not saying that's the team I would.
You set yourself up here, son. You've set yourself up.
No. I think that's the team that Moyes is going to go with. I'm not saying that's the team I would go with. I'm not the manager.
If it is the truth and Rice is out, I'd rather see Fornals drop into. I'd rather see Fornals drop into where Rice is there.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see Ben Rama go out on the right. And that's not. I'm on the Bournemouth, Jazz. I'm on the Bournemouth, bit cider. That's me. I wouldn't. No disrespect to Noble. I want to see him coming on last 15 minutes. Dependent. Yeah. Can you bring up the Wolves if you've got your choice on the Wolves? Because I might have some interesting.
Well, there's
some interesting one, isn't there?
Well, this is dependent on. See, João Moutinho's a bit of a doubt. Now, I suspect that João Moutinho won't be put in. So I think Dendoncker goes in central mid, and I think Bolly comes in to replace Dendoncker in the back three. That's what I think that is going to happen. But there's talk. Now, this is an interesting
There
one,
is, and you're going to bring it up. Go on.
I am, yeah. That Raul Jimenez has put
himself in, didn't he?
In his fantasy football team, which, you sort of sit there and think, well, why would he do that unless he knows he's going to be involved? So,
listen, if he is, he's been given the all clear, obviously, but
apparently not, James. Apparently not. He's not back. But who knows?
Listen, we're not going to know for at least another 20 hours, are we? Really, grand scheme of things. So, don't do it, Steve. Leave off, mate.
Can I just point out, Steve? It's really lovely of you to say so, but I couldn't afford the pay cut, quite honestly.
You are a nightmare. # indeed. #free Ben Rama.
Listen, I think Ben Rama should play, but I don't think he will. I'm being realistic.
I watched the Patreon.
Scott, yeah.
I watched the Patreon this morning for Hammer's chat, and I believe it was this morning. Gio did the opposition review, and
we'll see.
Saturday week. I listened to him and listen, that back three is
damn well it is. We're bringing
I'm booking a night off.
Scott, no.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm saying that's what I think Moyes is going to go with. It's not what I would pick. Please.
Listen. You've been done, all right. You've been outed already. Behave yourself. No, that back three's there to be got at. I've got plenty, Jazz. I've got plenty of cap. Don't worry. And Bacardi. I've got flavours. All flavours.
He ain't going to leave. He's going to move in.
There ain't many rooms left up here, mate. I'm in one of the last empty ones now. No, listen. I just can't get over that he's going to be out.
Well, look.
If Deck's out, that increases the difficulty tenfold. Let's not lie. For me though, it's got to be. Fornals, if that's the case, Fornals for Rice, Ben Rama out on the right, out on the left, Bowen right, Antonio Lingard. Listen, I don't want to see him mess around too much with it. The players know. The players know. Good evening, Jake. The players know that they've got a massive chance on their hand right now. Agree with Scott. Yeah. We know, James. Stop it. We know that. We're in with the opportunity here of a top four for at least 4 or 5 days. So in much the same way that Scotty P this afternoon, the idea of being out of that bottom three for Fulham before obviously Villa went riot like they did. I watched the game and I don't think Fulham deserved it in the end.
Yeah.
But they were saying about the fact that for a few days at least, Scott Parker could have been having, days out of the relegation zone.
I wouldn't do that, Steve. I've got to say, not as a defensive mid.
Because Soufal in there. Oh.
What, a defensive mid?
Oh, alongside Souček.
Yeah. No, I think I'd go because Steve asked earlier. I think if I was picking the team, I'd go Fabianski, I'd go Cresswell, Dawson, Diop, and Soufal. I'd go Souček and Fornals sitting, but that's assuming that Fornals is fit because there's a question mark over him as well.
You're just a bearer of bad tidings today.
Listen,
I should have stayed trying to put the baby to bed. Yeah, would have been easier, wouldn't it? I wouldn't have had to suck a piss at the end of the weekend.
I could have run one of my quizzes. Yeah, you missed out on that. Anyway, I'd probably go Fornals and Souček as the two sitting. I'd probably go Ben Rama left. Bowen right, Lingard in the number 10 position, and Antonio up top. If it was me, if it was me. But there you go. But as I say, I don't think. I think Ben Rama's chances might have gone up by virtue of the fact that if Rice is out, then obviously his chances obviously increase. Do you know what I mean? So, but we'll see. I mean, it could be Twitter rumors, it could be paper talk, it could be that there's an element of truth in it. And the only time we're going to find out is at 7:15 tomorrow when the team sheets are put in, and then we'll
there you go, Peach.
So
no, listen. If it's the case, then it's fucking heartbreaking.
It's
heartbreaking if it's the case. You know, I don't want to see him out. You know, but Jazz mentioned it earlier, and we've all discussed it in previous videos. This is now where our window comes back and bites us in the arsehole. It really is. This is where it all goes. It all comes to a head. You know, the fact that we've not gone out, we've not signed. I was only messing, guys, but thank you.
Now I'm thinking about it. Ben Johnson at right back and Sue Fowler's the defensive mid alongside his mate. Listen, I remember, as I'm sure you do, Philipp Lahm at Bayern Munich, one of the best fullbacks in the world. Pep rocked up at Bayern Munich, and he went, "I'm sticking you as defensive mid," and everybody went, "What?"
I don't want to be disrespectful, but Moyes ain't Pep. All right,
no, I know that.
Let's
not
mess around here.
But that Moyes does like to take players and put them into positions that are not their default. He's done
can't bloody stand them, Jazz. I think they're bloody horrible. Listen, if we can't look at the end of the day, tomorrow's tomorrow. I will now have to go get several more bottles of Bombers because I ain't going to sleep well tonight with that on my brain. If Rice doesn't play,
yeah, it is a bit weird being in 7th, isn't it? I feel quite disappointed that we're in 7th. He's right.
Yeah. Listen, if Rice doesn't play,
yeah.
I don't want to see Noble. No disrespect to Nobes, but he's someone that needs to come off the bench. If he doesn't play and we don't, I don't know. It's hard. I'm going to say 1-0 if Rice doesn't play. I'd say 2-0 if he does.
Yeah.
I'm very much.
That's knocked the wind out of your sails quite badly.
It has. I just look. We all had fears that this was going to be the case, and everyone in the chat we've interacted with over the last 5 or 6 weeks that we've been actually 3 months nearly, isn't it? 10 weeks since we've been doing this, give or take.
It was about 7. I thought it was more like 7, 8.
Mate, it all blends into one when I'm working with you. It's worse than being with your son.
That's not very friendly.
We all knew roughly what would happen we all knew exactly what would happen if one of the two boys got the injuries. I mean, we could cope.
Can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
Because I've just had my cousins just dropped in, so he obviously hasn't heard. So Dave, that's what's going on, my friend. That's what's going on. If you weren't aware, that is what you've missed.
Yeah, we've all discussed the fact that what would happen if one of the two boys picked up an injury. Lingard and Bowen. Can you slow these down so I can finish my train of thought before I answer a comment?
There's too many coming through. We're getting inundated. I'm trying to keep up.
Listen, we all discussed, didn't we? We all discussed the fact that if one of the two big ones got an injury, that we would struggle and we could plummet. I hope that I hope we're proved wrong. That's all I can say, Gatesy. Is I'm absolutely. Yeah. I feel dejected, and the game ain't even kicked off yet. And this for me is the big thing. I was dejected when I came in from painting one of the fences in the garden this afternoon. I came in. I left the bar area at 2-1 to 1-0 to Newcastle. Almiron. Was it Almiron? It was Almiron. No.
What, the equaliser?
No, the first one. Was it Joe Linton?
Yeah,
I think it was one of them anyway.
I know it was Joe Willock that got the equaliser.
So yeah, it was Joe Linton that got the first one. It was Joe Linton that got the first one, and I left and I felt good that they were 1-0 up. I came back after doing a bit of painting and jet washing and shit, and I saw Spurs 2-1 up. And then Newcastle got the leveller, and I've been in a really good mood. I've been in a really good mood all day.
Peach has put something in. I'd love to see this. This I would love to see, and I've been advocating for a little while, and you know this, that I've been saying that Connor Coventry needs to get a crack. He's now 21 years of age, and he's not had a single minute of Premier League football. Now,
all right, let me ask you this then.
Why not? Why not?
Let me ask you this, though, and I'll ask everyone in the chat the same question. So thank you, Jake. Get your comments in on what I'm about to say. Gatesy, you can have your 5/10 afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it, and here's a kicker, is it the right game for him to do so? I know there's never where the comments could be, and James, easy. The comments could be, when is the right game? But is tomorrow the right one? Knowing that we can pick up the win, or if we pick up the win, we can go back fourth. Is tomorrow the right game for him? You know, if it was a game, last 3 games of the season, we can't break top 4, and then so be it. But Andy, I just said that. Jesus H wept. No, I just it's hard.
But we don't
Listen,
know,
James,
James,
you can say he's not good enough, but and Luke, again, my comments would be, who would you rather have then, Noble or Coventry? There's a choice, boys. There's a choice.
Yep.
Where are you going, James, Luke? Where are we going? Connor Coventry or Mark Noble? Because he's going to pick Noble. Personally, I'd like to see Fornals go in there. I think Soufal could be a shout, but I'd like to see Fornals go in there. I agree with that.
I agree with that comment. It's not like he's going in against the top 16. Wolves are in 13th.
Yeah, but they're still a solid side.
If we're not going to give him a go, maybe. But when's he going to get a go? I mean, I know what James is saying. He's not good enough.
Burnley, Southampton, Newcastle. How you going to know? Burnley, Southampton, Newcastle, West Brom, Sheffield United. There's 5 games straight off the bat for you. Who?
Don't know.
Where's Dodd?
Yeah. Don't know. He'll come back in a minute. Yeah, and again, look at that. There's never an ideal time. Would you have started Oxford against Arsenal? Probably not. But then again, what happened subsequently? What happened subsequently didn't exactly sort of go down too well. But never mind.
Listen, he's a better talent, and here's the thing: was a better talent than Declan Rice, and that was a big thing at the time, wasn't it? 5-1, 3-1. No, you know what? If anything, I'd rather see 4-1, 4-1.
Yeah. Dave's gone, where did you get this info? It was on Stelios on Irons United about half hour or so before we went live. He went with it. Now, he's, in fairness, and as I said it earlier, Stel has not said Declan Rice is out. He's not said that. But what he said is that his information is that someone has come back from international duty from England with a knock. Well, there's only 2 that went on England international duty, so it's either Lingard or it's Rice. So Stell's put 2 and 2 together, Dave, and that's what he's come up with. Now, we're only really going to know at 7:15 tomorrow evening. So, but that's where the information's come from, Dave. And I think that there was also, if you go on to, and James will probably go in the chat. James, if you're watching, can you just confirm, did X yesterday on your stream on Hammer's Polls, I'm sure he said something that kind of hinted that this might be in the pipeline. Can you just confirm that that's the case? Because I'm not being funny, Dave. If I'm right, and my recollection,
he did say, correct, didn't he? Yeah, he said that there was going to be a surprise that people won't like.
Yeah, X hinted. He didn't say it in as many words, but he hinted that there was something that was going to come out ahead of the Wolves games that we was all going to go. So, it could well be that this is it. So James can confirm it in the chat. I'm just going through all the bits and pieces at the minute. But listen, we knew there was always going to be a point at somewhere in the Premier League, whether it was due to injury or suspension, that Declan Rice couldn't make a game. So we've got instead of us, all sort of like wailing and gnashing at teeth, this presents an opportunity for someone, doesn't it? Surely.
Yeah, I mean, listen, whatever the case is, whatever team he picks tomorrow night, as Luke just said there, I'll be 100% behind the players. I'm not expecting. I'm not expecting miracles. I'd like to think that Rice is a possibility for tomorrow, and this is why we've not heard anything for definite. You say we haven't seen pictures of Rice in training, but that might be something else. It might have just not been. He might have been given an extra couple of days off by the gaffer or whatever. You don't know, but. Peach, I'll punch you straight in the throat.
I don't think he did.
Peach, I'll punch you. I'll tell you what.
He had the COVID scare, but
out of all of it,
James has confirmed it. Yeah, he did say something.
Yeah. So listen, at the end of the day, 110% behind the boys tomorrow night, no matter what. You know what, Steve? I might do something tomorrow with Gatesy, maybe 10, 15 minutes before kickoff.
We haven't negotiated a payment for this. I don't know if that's James confirming something that's maybe broken as we're talking, or whether that's James just shouting at his monitor. I don't know. I hope that Carlos Sanchez isn't back. That would be just... No. Do you know what? If Carlos Sanchez is available to play, then so am I. And that's the truth.
I'm literally scrolling through Sky Sports as we speak. I agree, Steve. I mean, but listen, who knows? Out of adversity could come opportunity for someone. You never know. I'm probably clutching at straws. I'm trying to be glass half full, because Declan is so integral to our team in the way we play and just our whole scary thing, mate.
Our whole outlook. And now he's out. But as I say, it was going to happen at some point. There was going to be somewhere along the line where, due to injury, suspension, whatever the reason, that Declan Rice wasn't going to be in a starting 11 in the Premier League. So the other players are going to have to step up to the plate.
I can see.
No,
listen, like I said, 110% behind the players tomorrow, no matter what team he picks. I want to see Benrahma out there, because I think Benrahma Lingard will absolutely terrorise the shit out of that back line. of Wolves. I really do think that's the case. I've said it so many times before. I want to see us on the front foot. I don't want to see us dicking around. I don't want to see us change formation or change mentality after a certain amount of time, like we did against Arsenal. At the end of the day, listen, fate is in our hands now. Fate is in our hands. If we want fourth place,
9 cup finals
tomorrow, you know what? Yeah, I hate the phrase. I hate the saying. I hate the whole build up of the tosh that comes with that. But we have got to treat every game like it is. I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to treat every game like it's the playoff final.
Yeah,
that's the richest game in football. That has to be how we now treat the next 9 lots of 90 minutes. It's quite simple, really.
Yeah.
I just hope this is all a massive misunderstanding. I hope that there's a massive situation. But I'm also of a point now where I'm like, well, why not fucking say something already? If he's injured and he's got less than a 50% chance of playing tomorrow, come out and say something. Come out and say something. Because then we're not, no disrespect, we're not going to be sitting here with something dropped on us like this and having a mad one. Because now all of us tomorrow are going to be on absolute tenterhooks. We really are. There's no two ways about it, Gatesy. Everyone tomorrow, and let's be honest, it's a bank holiday Monday. So most people are going to be off work and everyone is going to be sitting there. And I promise you, Gatesy, because I'll be one of them, will be like this. Refresh, 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 refresh. Sky Sports News. So refresh. That's how it's going to be. That's how my bank holiday will now be spent. Bar some painting. I'll be trying to paint and refreshing. Like I'll be doing this all over. It'll be, mate, I tell you.
It'll be a mess. It'll be a mess.
No, mate, you ain't seen it. No.
Do you want some of my factoids? I got these before the game.
Distract me, Gatesy. Distract me.
Okay. All right. Okay. So factoid number 1: Wolves have lost just 1 of their last 8 home league games against us, winning 5
Distract
and drawing
me,
2.
Gatesy. Distract
I am
me.
distracting
Don't make
you.
it worse.
Oh God!
God's
I can't help
sake.
it whether it makes you happy or sad. They're just facts.
Guys,
last
in the chat,
time we
what is
beat
wrong
them
with this, man?
was a 2-0. It was a 2-0 win in the Premier League game, August 2009. That's number 1. Number 2.
Years ago.
We are looking to complete our first league double over them since the 1922-23 Second Division campaign. That's a long time ago. It's before you was even born.
That was when you were just entering your teenage years, wasn't it?
Stop it! Stop it! And this is only the 28th different season which we've met since then. Isn't that staggering?
Well, I'll let you get your next one out of the way, and then I'll throw one of my favourite memories in as that for you, because I'm done. I'm done with this whole situation right now. I really am.
No.
I'm absolutely thrown.
It is what it is. It is what it is. This
Let
is
me
Wolves'
Google
7th
search,
Monday game in the Premier League this season. It's more than any other side, but only twice has a team played more on a Monday in a Premier League
season. How many have they won on a
season,
Monday? That's the question.
Hang on, we're coming to that. And the only other time that a team has played more in a Premier League season, it was us, and we did it twice. 95-96 and 05-06. There you go. Next one, we have won 3 of our 4 Premier League games played on a Monday this season. Bit of good news for you. We've only lost the 1. And that's more than we had in our previous 11 such Premier League games where we won 2, drew 3 and lost 6. Now, here's a good one for you. This season, Wolves have opened the scoring in only 7 Premier League games with no side scoring the first goal in fewer games so far. But they are the only unbeaten team when they've scored first. They've won 6 and drew 1. So if they score first, it could be tricky. Just saying.
My issue is, mate, it's going to be tricky no matter what, and we've got to be on point. We've got to be able to do a job, regardless of how this goes now. I've just did a couple of screen grabs of a couple of things, so give me a second. I'm just going to add them into the brand, and then I'm gonna point them out. Yeah, Pete, you know what? I couldn't agree more. Just a couple of memories of mine, Gatesy. I've got a lot more downstairs, mate. It's all right. I'll have to replace it at some point. Right, here we go then. So possibly, I think it's probably.
Don't start, Luke. Don't start. I'm just giving some facts out, whether they're good or bad.
All of our favourite image from this fixture. Yeah. Is that one?
Thanks, Steve. Oh, I remember that.
I remember watching that game.
92-93, wasn't it?
I'm not quite sure who Dixon's got round the throat in that.
Oh,
but I love that. I love Bonzo's face. Bonzo's like, know? It's Paul Birch.
Yeah.
It's Paul Birch and Steve Paul.
It is. Okay. Yeah, sounds about right.
But I love Bonzo's face. He's like, oh, shit.
He's like,
and then,
shit.
I'm not sure if this is from the same game. All right. Not sure if this
Cathal
is
might have to be onto something. Cathal might be onto something.
To mute who?
Me.
Oh, that Gatesy. I'll just say. Oh, and
thanks,
then this
Cathal.
one. Now, when I was growing up, I used to shave my hair like this, and there was only one striker at the time that used to wear his hair like it, and play for England at the same time. So I got the nickname of Steve Ball. And there's another. Now I'm not sure. Looking at the two pictures, it's the same kit. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the same game.
Do you know what? It's either the same game or it's the reverse fixture later that season. And I was at that because that was the first home game after Bobby Moore died, the home fixture. We beat them 3-1. There you go. little
Andy, leave off where there's no need.
I know, he's the weatherman. And if any of you are wondering what that reference is all about, you're going to have to tune into Hammer Time of Their Life, the season review, which is on Wednesday at 5:00. We've got it set to come out. We recorded it yesterday, so yeah. Hang on, that's the pot. That's Mr. the pot calling the kettle black. That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Mr. Kent in the chat there. Can I just ask?
Yeah.
The gentleman between, I'm guessing that's Morley with the absolute disgruntled scowl on his face, and Martin Allen trying to measure how tall the referee is. Is that Matty Holmes slap bang in the middle of the pair of them?
Hang on.
I'm trying to work out who that
Trevor
is.
Morley and between Trevor Morley and Martin Allen. That's Matty Holmes.
It is Matty Holmes, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
Bloody hell. Old Timmy Breaker in the background there.
Yeah. And
the 90s too foul.
I'm trying to work out, is that Alvin Martin with the old headband on?
It is. It's Stretch, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely Stretch. Steve Ball in this picture, being surrounded. More. I'll tell you what, giving up a chance, Morley and Martin are going to absolutely rip his face off from this picture. Oi, you leave him alone. I used to like Steve Ball. I didn't have a problem with Steve Ball. I quite like him. He was a good player.
Proper old school centre forward, wasn't he?
He was. He'd throw himself around. He didn't give two shits, did he? I used to like watching him play.
No.
But you know what? Listen, I want to try and make it. I want to try and bring this up a little bit.
Again, pot, kettle, Mr.
I'll tell you what.
Pot,
Fever, let me take this one then. Let me take this one. We've still got the quality, no matter what. We've had Declan Rice, depending on how we pick the team. we've still got the quality to beat them tomorrow. There's no two ways about it.
Absolutely.
Ken, if I'm right, Ken, didn't you post, was it this picture as part of your
I think he did, yeah.
As part of your match day memories or something, or the weekend's opponent's memory? I think he posted that picture.
Yes.
Listen, all right, let's take it on, Frank. Let's take it and he's out. Let's stop dicking around. Fornals to go alongside Souček in the in that back two in front of the defenders. Benrahma out on the left, Lingard in the middle, Bowen on the right, Antonio up top. Let's just literally, for me, the only change that needs to be made tomorrow, regardless of whether Rice is out, is Fornals for Rice. Job done. That's the only change I want to see tomorrow then. And I'm telling you now, with Fornals playing in that role, we have still got the quality to beat this Wolves side tomorrow. They're not in the greatest of shape. They're not in the best of form. As far as I'm concerned, you know what? We can still win it tomorrow. 2-1. 2-1, my stand.
Yeah. No, I think we need to be positive. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I just think maybe if Declan's out, maybe the other players step up their efforts, their quality about another 5-10%. And if that can happen, then listen, this is not the Wolves team that's played for the last 2 seasons where they finished 7th. They're in 13th. So, you know, let's have it right. We shouldn't be going to there with an inferiority complex, should we? Even if Declan's out. So I think that we should still be going there and looking to get results.
I couldn't agree with Stephen more.
Yeah, right now.
I couldn't agree with him more right now. I hate it.
I completely agree. Kent's just come back and said he did, in the program cover. So
sorry, yeah.
Kent, by the way, I did see your key player reviews on the Wolves players. Very good. What I might do, if you're okay with it, I meant to send you a message earlier, but things got away from me. But I'd like to try and use that, you know.
It's a Sunday. What gets away from you apart from eating chocolate?
No, I had things to do. I had to walk the dog. You know.
Oh right, okay, yeah. That takes up a hell of a lot of time, doesn't it? Yeah.
I had to sort of like sit on the couch and ponce around on my phone. You know, these are hard things.
Munch on chocolate. Yeah. Gotcha.
No, do you know what? I didn't get any Easter eggs. Although when I was on my dog walk, I bumped into one of our neighbours, and their daughter gave me some chocolates. So that was quite nice. It's only a little girl.
Cheers, Steve. You know, thank you.
See you later, Steve. Look after yourself, mate. Thanks for coming. But yeah, no, I think
or is that just we could.
What's that?
No, it's just what you said about Steve. Thanks for coming. Did he?
Behave.
Sorry, just wipe the camera.
Listen, I think we need to. We still be positive, and all right. If this is what's going to happen, if this is what we've got ahead of us, then so be it. It was going to happen at some point, and we just got to have the players.
We just got to get through it. Step up. Yes, I'll have that one. I'll have that one. I love Cadbury's cream eggs. Yeah, I'll have the Cadbury's. I'll have the cream egg out.
Apparently, it's half each though with the missus.
I didn't. No, listen. I've been to Colchester several times, and they've got pygmies, but they don't eat chocolate. These hippos. So tell her no. They eat.
I am not going to tell her that. I'm not going to tell her that.
Never seen a hippo Ken, eat chocolate.
What I was saying, Ken, if you don't mind, ahead of the next game, do you mind if I use your player reviews of the key players of the other team and just use it in the build-up? I didn't want to do it.
Bloody research.
No. Listen, his stuff is top notch, and if he's happy with it. And this is why I could have done it and just not asked him, but I'm not like that. That's quite rude. So I wanted to ask him first. But Ken, if you're okay with it, because you're your player sort of like analysis, I think, is bang on. So if you're okay with it, would you mind for the next game that we do, if I borrowed it? That would be nice.
Maybe ask Kent if he wants to come on and present his own.
Kent won't come on. I'll tell you that now. I'll answer that question straight away. Kent will not come on. I know that for a fact.
Listen, he might for us. I think we're his favourite channel. Just said.
Kent is my favourite quiz winner because he gave his 20 quid to Isla.
Look at this stealing intro now. Go on, Fever. Tell it like it is. Son.
No. It's not stealing because I'm asking. You don't steal something and say, "Excuse me, do you mind if I nick this?" That's not stealing. That's just.
It's still stealing, isn't it? Do you mind if I nick this and then take it? He says no, and you take it anyway.
It's getting the information out there. It's getting information out there. You're Fever's just provocative. That's all he is. He just likes
in all fairness,
poking bears with sticks.
In all fairness.
Oh, look, GDP. Listen, I'm asking him. It's not like it's got his address on it. Christ's sake.
Yes,
Miles
we
asking
do.
an important question. It's 11 o'clock.
Yes,
11 a.m.
Yes, we do. On the Saturday.
Not too sure if you're going to shut. Not too sure if you're ready.
Am I going to have to book a couple of tables of 6 this day? Is this what we're going to do?
I think you're going to have to, mate. Wait, don't you start. You're my family. For Christ's sakes. My own cousin's giving me stick. Look at that. That's not very friendly.
In all fairness, mate, it's you.
No, it's not stealing.
Hang on.
You ask. I'm borrowing.
We've had a request.
They've equalised.
We've had a request for the Forged from Iron Facebook group, Gatesy. I'm just going to go ahead and accept it. I'm just going to go ahead and accept it. They've not answered any of the questions, though. And they've not agreed to the rules. But it's a Mike Hatcher. I think he's all right. I think he's okay to come in.
I think we'll let him in. Yeah, no, Mike's good. Mike can come in.
Yeah, listen, he's good, but you know, I'm gonna forfeit my win. I think I'm gonna let him take it. I'll just get a load of questions. Yeah, I just get a load of questions wrong. That's my excuse, anyway. I'm into it. Oh, hang on.
Listen, he's come back. He says it's fine. I don't mind. Don't do it every week, and I don't do obvious players. And no, Rob's right. I won't come on. I like to remain anonymous. Only face for radio. LOL. So there you go. See, I read that situation completely. So all you lot taking the piss.
Well, maybe Rob, if we ask Kent nicely, and we plug him every week that's what he's done. Maybe he'd do that as an ongoing thing for us, Gatesy. Might be worth the question.
This is a serious thing, Kent. Right now, Steve comes on and Steve has his camera turned off. So if it's a case that you want to remain anonymous, how about you just turn your camera off? Listen, I'm just throwing it out there as a suggestion. If that's something you're not comfortable with, mate, then not a problem. But it'd be nice if you wanted to come on. We could get your take on things because, as I say, you're obviously very knowledgeable, very articulate.
Certainly more knowledgeable than us.
Yeah, I'd say so. But that's not really setting the bar very high, in fairness. Let's have it right. So, as we speak, it's Manchester United 1-1 against Brighton. So they're getting a point. But if we win tomorrow, let's try and put a positive slant. Let's just look at the.
I've been trying to do
that. Right, we're on 49 points. We're in 7th place at the minute. We win against Wolves, and there's no reason why we can't. We go 4th. We go up of Chelsea. Yeah. We've played the same amount of games. Yeah, they've got a better goal difference, but unless we 6-0, 6-0, we'd go sort of like level on goal difference, and 7-0 we go ahead of them. I don't think that's realistic. So I think the goal difference is going to be sort of like 9 or there as far as tomorrow's concerned. We're going to go a point clear. So we'd go 4th, and we're back into Champions League. So everything's good, isn't it?
And we've still got to play Chelsea and Leicester. Fever.
And
I can't do this anymore.
Wrong,
I'm gonna hang on. I'll tell you what. I need Instagram. Hang on. Go on. Carry on.
Here's the thing. Thiago Silva got sent off yesterday, didn't he?
Yes, he misses our game as far as I'm aware. Because it was 2 yellows, wasn't it?
That's violent conduct. No, it was a straight red. It was a straight red. He was out of control.
No. I'm pretty sure it was a second yellow, mate, because he got booked for pulling back. Yeah. No, he got. I'm pretty sure it was a second yellow because he got a first yellow for hauling someone down earlier in the game.
Did you see the challenge, dude? That challenge was a red all day long.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
No,
I'd be shocked. Inbox. Let me inbox a certain someone, mate. Hang on, I'm not on the screen. Hang on,
Ken. We've got another one booked for Saturday. So those of you in the chat that are interested, there's another Brainbuster quiz that's set for 2:20 on Saturday. Okay, so it's the first 10 that come in. 10 is the maximum. So get there early, get booked in. There's no prize at the minute. It's just purely for fun. A little bit of, 20 questions, 4 possible answers, 20 seconds to answer each. And they're, they
I'll tell you what, Gatesy, I like Luke. He's spot on,
What's that?
This one.
Sorry?
That one.
What one? What one?
That one. Come on, mate.
I'll tell you what, if that was a second yellow, that's ridiculous because I've seen that challenge. That challenge should have been a straight red. That is ridiculous. If that was a yellow card, a second yellow, mate, he was out of control. He's diving in. His studs are up. He's out of control. He's endangering the safety of an opposition. That's a red card. That's a red card. But if that was a second yellow, I'm just like, I don't get it. But there you go. Because if it's a second yellow, that's a 1-game ban. So he'll be playing for the Chelsea game, won't he? He'll be available. That's
he would actually, yeah. But then, to be fair, mate, he's a 36-year-old
that. Cathal's already done that, guys. If you go onto our Falls Talk Twitter page, already put a tweet out about the quiz for next Saturday. So if you want to get the word out there, like I say, it's the first 10. So once the 10th person's in, the door's shut. So but the more the messages out there, the more people can come on and the thing is, like I say, this is this Kahoot thing that Russ does on a Thursday lunchtime. Now I believe Russ is on the paid version. We're only doing the free version at the minute, which only lets you do up to 10 players. If obviously this we find is something that's quite a popular thing and there's more people that want to get involved in it, I'm quite happy to sort of maybe pay a couple of quid and do it as a more regular concern. So, we'll see.
But, right, I've not had my response from my question, so I'll have to keep waiting.
What's that, mate?
I've messaged WHO to see if he's out.
Look at this. Have you seen who's writing the questions for Jake's quiz?
Sorry, yeah. As long as it's through Champions League quiz, you're fine.
I was just about to ask that, Ken. Is it just the Champions League, or are you doing Intertoto Cup as well? Do you know what? I would, Scott. I would, because I think that was a ridiculous challenge. I think that it was a red card. But there you go.
It's that one. Kent's right. I'd rather play against Thiago. He's very, very. His positioning's good, but he's slow. Antonio would absolutely make a mockery of him. To be fair. Yeah.
What?
That comment.
That's good.
Oh,
That's good, that. Luke. I like that.
No, I don't want to see that one. That.
Thank you, Peach. What one? Sorry. That one.
Go on, Andy. Go on, Andy.
Listen, that's fine. It's not a problem.
That one there.
That's fine.
Like Field of Dreams.
Mind you, you say that, you don't know the questions. I don't know. I just said I'd write a few questions.
Each to their own. Listen, guys.
I'd be quite happy to write a few questions for Jake. That'd be good.
Yeah, not my ones. Go away. Right, listen, what time's kick-off tomorrow? 8:15?
It's at 8:15. 8:15.
Right, we're going live at 10 to 8 for 15 minutes.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've just decided. We're going live for 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes. We'll discuss the lineups. We'll cry. We'll all hold each other. We'll all commiserate. We'll all try and make ourselves feel better.
Gonzo. I was going to watch Gio and Gonzo. I was going to watch some people that actually do this and look like they know what they're doing.
Listen, they would have quit out by then. It would have been Charlie. So let's not worry.
Oh, Jesus.
If it's 5 at the back, who's playing, Johnson or King Arthur? Johnson, because King Arthur is not quite ready. From what I'm being led to believe.
Is that
what I'm being led to believe?
Mirrors? Yeah, is that smoke and mirrors, I wonder?
Maybe, we'll see. But then it could be the same thing with Deck. Hang on. Right, Gatesy, do your thing.
Is Carlos Sanchez better than Bobby Moore? True or true? Yeah, Gio and Gonzo, we've done the 750. Will they?
See?
Okay, fair enough.
Told you. It's normally Charlie. It's normally Charlie with his watch along by that point. Yeah, we'll come on at about 750. That's all right. It's only Charlie. Listen, no one's going to leave Charlie to come and watch you and me. Let's be honest. No one's going to leave him to come over and see us. He'll be fine.
Roberto levels of skill, for Christ's sake. the mind boggles, Cathal. It really does.
He doesn't punch anything into the net. Gatesy, do your thing. Let's call it.
Right, guys,
there's 3 minutes.
14 of you. Don't go. Yeah, guys, you 14, don't go anywhere. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being with us. We're coming to the end now, which is why I'm going to do this. So those 14 of you that don't know what this banner's about, let me explain, or 15 now. So Isla Caton is a 6-year-old girl, and she is currently suffering with neuroblastoma, which is a cancer that afflicts children. It's really aggressive. There is no treatment for this on the NHS, guys. So her family have got to stop what they're doing. 16 people. So you 16 stay there. Their family got to stop what they're doing and take this poor little girl wherever around the world to get the treatment that she needs to save her life. It really is that stark. They've got to pay for her treatment. They've got to pay for her medical, her accommodation, her food, all the living costs, as well as all the bills that are still coming in the UK. So if you think you've had a tough time, and we all have, I'm not underplaying the last 12 months for any of us. We've all gone through the ringer. This family have gone through it tenfold. Now, there's a PayPal page. There's a Just Giving page. We're asking you at Force from Iron to give generously if you can. Whatever you can put into the pot, pound upwards, £20, £50, £100, whatever it may be, whatever you feel is comfortable, whatever you think you can spare, this is where we would encourage you to put it. If you can't, if the cupboard is bare, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your attention. All I would ask you to do is to take this message and share it to all your friends, your family, your work colleagues, and basically pester them, because it might well be that there's someone in your contacts list that can put some money in the pot instead of if you can't. So, because the truth of the matter is, guys, for those of you that have got a family, for those of you that have got small children in your family around about this age, this little girl is in trouble. If she doesn't get the treatment that she needs, then yeah, you can probably work out what ends. We need to get her the treatment. It's as simple as that. Every day that goes past, the odds are stacking up against this little girl. She's 6 years of age, and this really shouldn't be happening. So thanks for listening. And if you can help, please do. Thank you. So that's where we're going to end it. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for all of you that have been in the chat. Scott, Cathal, Luke, Peach, James, Andy, all of you guys, you regulars. And for those of you that have even joined us for the first time, welcome. Tell your friends. I'll put the ticker up. I should have put it up, but you probably know, most of you. You've obviously got our social media platforms on the ticker at the bottom. Please comment on the video. Please like the video. Please share it. Subscribe to the channel. I've got my little banner here. I'll find it. There it is. Yeah, well done.
I've already done it.
Like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, enable the notifications, and you'll be told when we upload any new content. Yeah, thank you very much indeed for your support. It really is appreciated. And as long as we've got your support, we'll carry on doing this until you tell us to bugger off. So.
So we start people not interested anymore in it.
There you go. All right. Anyway,
Tomorrow,
guys, stay safe. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your Easter Sunday. Stay safe. Only one thing left to say, isn't there, Duke?
Come on, you
Irons.